Now, I've got a confession to make, folks. Back in 2015, I got it wrong. I said that cryptocurrency wasn't really something that was going to be an enduring, interesting asset class. I thought it was a fad, it was going to blow over. I got it wrong. However, about a year ago, I started to research into cryptocurrency and blockchain technology in a lot more detail, and I completely changed my mind because I realized that this technology could be one of the most impactful and revolutionizing technologies that the world has seen over the last decade. But it's a complicated area, and there are plenty of places where new investors can take a stumble. So let's dive in and unpack things for you. Cryptocurrencies, sometimes called crypto coins, are a new kind of asset class that are based on their own blockchains. Prominent examples of these include Bitcoin and Ethereum, two projects that you may have come across. But I know that that could sound like gobbledygook to most of you. Here's an analogy that helped me get my head around it. Imagine a cryptocurrency is like a token that you get when you go to a theme park, let's say Alton Towers. Intrinsically, those plastic tokens are pretty much worthless, but within the context of Alton Towers, they have pretty much the same value as a currency. Now, outside of Alton Towers, that token's value would depend on how much the person that you're transacting with particularly wanted to go to Alton Towers and use that token. The blockchain is the rule book that governs how this token is used and how it is bought and sold. Well, the answer to that question lies in how much someone actually wants to go to Alton Towers. Is that blockchain project, is that cryptocurrency and the underlying technology something that people will actually want to use and rely on and use for their own projects as well? If so, that could be an interesting investment. Now, a note of caution, the crypto world right now is like the internet back in the 1990s. There are a lot of scams out there, and there are also a lot of really successful companies, and there are huge fortunes being made. So it is something that you should think about. And the brightest investors in the world, the institutional investors, are laser focused in on this asset class now. But in order to navigate this space carefully, you need to make sure that you have the right information and you get it from the most reliable, trustworthy places. Now, there is a difference of opinion on this matter, like with most things in Islamic law. However, a lot of the scholars who are familiar with the crypto world that I have spoken with are comfortable that, in principle, cryptocurrencies and crypto projects should be allowed. However, the important thing is to focus on the detail, and each cryptocurrency and each project needs to be analyzed in isolation and independently. Every project has its own peculiarities, and it's really important not to make blanket statements because they're likely to be wrong. Additional complexity is added when you're thinking about liquidity mining, staking, and some crypto projects have multiple tokens with different rules and different values associated with them as well. In short, it is really important to do your homework carefully and thoroughly, and ideally check in with an Islamic scholar if you can get hold of them. The other main online investment category that people will come across alongside cryptocurrency these days is Forex. Forex, or foreign exchange, is an investment product that allows you to trade between different currencies such as US dollar and GBP and make money from the fluctuations between these different currencies. In principle, there is nothing wrong with foreign exchange, exchanging a currency for another currency. You and I all do it when we go on holiday. However, online Forex is not that. Online Forex uses leverage, margin trading, and the thing that you are trading is not actually the currency itself. It is often something called a derivative. It's often a currency pair where you are not actually buying and selling any currency at all. You're just pushing digits on a screen. The other really important thing to stress is that 80% of people actually end up losing money in Forex. So not only is it impermissible, it is actually bad for you commercially. The other really important thing to flag is that some Forex brokers claim to have halal Forex accounts. However, in my personal experience and in the experience of a lot of reputable Islamic scholars that I've talked to, none of us have ever come across a halal Forex broker that is actually certified by an Islamic scholar. Talking of investment classes that Muslims should avoid, here are some other asset classes that you may come across that are also impermissible according to the majority of Islamic scholars. These include CFDs, binary options, swaps, futures, and forwards, and of course, gambling. There are multiple complicated reasons for why these things are seen as impermissible by scholars. However, at heart, the idea is quite simple, and that is that in Islam, we like to buy and sell things that are tangible and have real value. We don't like to push around pieces of paper that don't actually have any connection with the real world and say that that is transactions, because that is not the case. There is a brave new world of online investing out there. Some of it is risky, some of it is a scam, but some of it is very much legit. There are definitely people losing money, and there are definitely people making a lot of money as well. Not all of it is halal, but there is some halal to be found. Online investments like cryptocurrency are not for the faint-hearted, but if you're someone who has a risk appetite that is a little bit higher and want to put a portion of your money into something like this, and you are willing to put the research time in and get your information from reliable sources, then this could be something that you should look further into for sure.